to do it, man.
And it's recording now. And hello,
Right.
everybody.
Hello.
Yes, hello. And welcome. I have a very special guest today from the incredible new metal, not new metal as in false metal, sorry. A new band, well, newish, I guess. How long has it been around? 10 years? 10 years? 10,
Yeah,
more?
10, about 10 years. We kind of started out jamming like in 2012, just like Sunday jams, just to, have something to do. Because the previous band that I was in, and you know how it is, they didn't go anywhere, so people got tired and kind of just drifted away and stuff. And I had some riffs in one of my drawers at home that I wanted to, try out. So I called some friends, and we started to jam on Sundays to see if these riffs were anything worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that I brought in to do the drums, he ended up staying. So he's been,
which is a rare event, you're saying, is it?
So he stayed, and he's been with us all the time, since day one, actually. So that would be.
I've seen interviews with him. He seems like an energetic, like a fierce character.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even say the name. I didn't even say the name of your band yet. It's KAL-EL, KAL-EL, and they were a great band. I discovered them completely by accident on YouTube. You came up on my YouTube recommendations. I was obviously listening to stoner rock, doom metal, and you guys were there, and I was like, "What is this? This is amazing!" And like, I'm a really picky about this stuff. Like so I consider myself a connoisseur of this kind of thing. So I thought you did an amazing job. Like, really a genuine thing, an original sound, everything. You did it all from your humble sounding origins there of just, I have some riffs and was it really so casual? Did you not think? Did you not? What was going on with the old band? That it was it just you weren't getting along with the people in it, or?
Well, it was like a kind of a power metal band, I think we might call it. Well, the trashy, all in, fucking as fast as. Can I swear? By the way, sorry.
Oh yeah. Oh Jesus, yeah.
The old let's play as many riffs as we can a second and stuff like that. So I kind of tired of it and all that kind of crap. And I brought some riffs down to the rehearsal. I says, "What about these?" And I was just told to straight fuck off with them Danzig, fireplace fucking riffs. And a few years later, a few years later, it earned me a Grammy nomination with them riffs. So I guess it turned out okay.
Oh, I didn't even know this. You got a Grammy nomination? I didn't even know this. Jesus Christ, that's big. So that's very good.
Yeah, because to me, that's like not a victory just for us as a band, but I think a victory for the whole scene, man. Because we're pretty much under the radar, I guess. We're never going to get mainstream, and that's not the goal either.
Well, the Grammys is pretty mainstream, no? I would have thought that's what I thought.
It is. So I was quite amazed when I got the call. And they said that you nominated with your Dark Majesty album, and I was like, yeah.
Oh, that is a good one.
Yeah, and what cat? Metal, obviously.
Yeah.
So, but that was pretty good, because that kind of put us into the finer crowds. But when we went to the gala, where it all happened, we realized that we're not. That's not for us. That place. It's like
they wanted
to interview the titty girls and all that stuff, and we were like, just. I've never been so rejected in my whole life as when we did that thing, man. But we didn't think anything would come out of it, especially with that, because our kind of music is not for everybody. I mean, the people that loves it with a passion, and that's the thing that I really love about this scene. If they get on, if you get under the skin, it's like it stick forever, man. It's like a tattoo. You never turn back on your favorite bands, man. At least I don't do. I still love the stuff that I heard when I was a kid. So
yeah, me too, including Danzig. I don't know what those guys are talking about. What their problem is with Danzig.
Yeah,
The only people I know that don't like Danzig are my wife and maybe one other guy.
Yeah, I was a huge Danzig fan back in the day, man. I can tell you that.
But you guys aren't. You don't sound like Danzig. Those aren't Danzig riffs at all. They're not even like, because Danzig is kind of blues kind of. I don't know what you call them, actually.
Some of the stuff that we do, you could probably get fool somebody who said that you picked it up for some blues lines or something, but that's not the main influence to put it that way.
Yeah.
And Danzig is not. He's not influenced anything that we do now. It's just, I guess, the riffs for them guys in my old band, it sounded like a Danzig riff, slow and heavy and stuff like that.
Yeah, they weren't like metalcore. I hope not. Anyways, I'm sure not. Metal. You ever hear metalcore? It's awful. It's pure like.
Yeah.
It's all about the riffs. It's like, I don't know. I hate that stuff.
This some of the new stuff that I like some of it, but it's it takes a while before it really sink in, because I guess I'm old school. I mean, I like the old wet stuff. You got a dog?
Nope, that's the neighbor's dog.
Right.
That sounds close though. Do you? We did have a dog. She died though, I'm afraid. But
sorry.
Well, that was good. It must be almost a year ago now, actually. But that is the neighbor's dog. It does sound like it's right outside the door somehow, but I don't think that's the case. Anyways, I'm not going to worry about that. But so when you were at the Grammys, were you rubbing shoulders with Metallica or somebody, or?
No.
That? No.
Well, to be fair, it was the Norwegian Grammys, not the international big fucking leagues. There was the Norwegian Grammy.
All right.
But still, you got the big hot shots that go around these days. But it's more for the mainstream than it is for us. So it was an honor to be part of it, I guess. But to us, it was a victory for the scene as a whole, not just us as a band, but the music that we love and we know so many other people loves, sort of gets a recognition, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not too bothered with that, the underground scene. Oh, we've got to stay underground. We got to be, it's just us against them and all that stuff. If people loves what you do, I mean, I don't care who you are, man. If you like what I do, bless you, man.
Yeah. I wouldn't even be aware of what is counted as underground these days. I wouldn't even know. It seems like
that's
maybe you would know, but like the metal scene, there's always been metalers. Like most of my friends are metal guys, and you always know when you're going to talk to a metal guy what kind of person they are. Like usually a genuine kind of person, right? And because I don't know, whatever it takes to be into metal, whatever it is, you always know you're going to be able to relate to them about other things as well. It's always the same.
Well, yeah,
and it's kind of funny. Like certain type.
We know that, but seems like a big part of the world doesn't know that we are genuinely nice people. Okay, we'll wear black stuff. We, some lyrics are profound and profanity, and
like
we don't look like good guys when we're on stage, but that's the whole point, isn't it? Just to get your, the energy, the excess energy out somewhere instead of go beating up each other. But people don't get that. And we had a case here in Norway, I think it was last year, that one of these government fucking, just wait a second, it's just a car going by.
Don't worry.
I'm sorry about that.
It's not that I don't really hear.
Okay. We had one of these government branches that they were analyzing outdoor concerts and festivals and stuff like that. And this woman said that the baddest and the worst festivals was the rock and roll festivals, because there was fights, there were stabbings, there were rapes, and everything. And it's totally untrue. It's never ever happened. Maybe a couple of guys get into it, but if she's talking about the slam dancing, the banging, the circle pits and all that stuff, that's part of the fucking game. That's what we do. We do it with pleasure. We don't do it to hurt anybody. If somebody get knocked down, you help them up again. It's friendship.
Yeah.
All you just see smiling faces when you go on show on stuff like this. It's totally lies, man. that's what they project to the mainstream, to my parents. You know, they listen to that and they say, "Ooh, you gotta watch your back, son." And I mean, like, well,
still to this day, they say this to you.
they will always do that, man. I got a kid. He's 25 now, and I started to feel the same. I'm telling him stuff that I know he knows, but you know, you can't rub it in enough. I guess it's you gotta tell them all. Who's the boss? I guess. If my mother cries, yeah. If my mother cries out my name, I was like, oh, what did I do? I guess that's how it works. Anyways,
but I guess, like, honestly though, that woman is probably just a woman that doesn't like metal, doesn't like the overtures of the symbology of it, and just it freaks her out, it scares her. She's probably scared of horror movies and other things and just hates them. And like, well, yeah, I bet you there'll be more of that kind of trouble. There's other genres. There's definitely other genres that have trouble. Sorry, go on.
Why make a fake report on something that she doesn't know anything about? I mean, the government's supposed to work from this. Who's getting, you can maybe apply for some money to cover stuff on the festival and stuff like that. And now they won't be able to do that because they think it's a big fucking fist fight and not filled with music and friendship.
Right. But Norway is like the heart of metal in Europe. Norway is the metal place in Europe. Like, you're known for a black metal anyway. Certainly, that's what's unusual about you guys being like that.
That is, yeah, black metal. I guess it's where it all started. The way we think about black metal today, but I guess Venom and these Hellhammer guys from I think it's Switzerland, is it? They kind of started the whole thing, the whole genre, and these Norwegian dudes took it a step further, big step further.
Yeah, well, they loved it. I mean, there's a lot of them.
Yeah,
not just Norway. I guess Scandinavia generally, I guess, it loves its black metal for whatever reason, and they do a lot of good ones. I mean, shit, I like a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, it's a big thing. It is. So,
but like that woman, I bet you there's other genres. There's definitely other genres of concerts that you would get more trouble. I don't want to pick them apart, or there's definitely other ones that you would get more trouble than at a metal or rock show. I would
think that if you go to a Taylor Swift concert, I think you would be in bigger trouble than on a metal concert because everybody sticks out for each other. You don't go. If you go to a show like that, you go there to enjoy the music. You don't pay a lot of money to go there to fight. Everybody goes there to have a good time, listen to music, maybe make new friends. I don't know. That's what you do.
Yeah.
So she got it totally wrong.
Yeah, and like most of my pals go around to these concerts all the time. Like, I don't so much because I got 4 kids and I don't get to go out as much as I'd like. But they are always going to these things, and there's definitely a tight community. There's guys. So whenever there'll be guys coming from Norway or Sweden when they're in town, and they always just come and hang out, or from Australia that they meet at all the festivals, the metal festivals they go to. Like, the metal community everywhere is just a tight knit community of like good guys. And it's what I find funny is like as I get older, they look the same as when we were younger. They still do all the same things. They got the bullet belts and the patches on the jean jacket and everything. It's cool how it doesn't change in that way. Like, it's not as big as it was, maybe, or is it? I don't know. It feels like it's a smaller community, but it's still kind of big in a way. What's your experience? What do you think?
I think it's pretty much the same as it was. Maybe the tattoos a little bit more, visible now than they used to be. Maybe stupider. I don't know. I certainly got some stupid tattoos, but that's part of it, isn't it? But yeah, it's the same jacket. It's the same fucking battle vest they go with all the patches and stuff. The music is pretty much the same. It's just different way of doing it, but everything is just as it was. And young kids coming in picking up. Sorry,
your music is of a slightly high. I think we have a slight delay. Sorry, I mean, probably it's causing a bit of problem there, but I just want to say that your music is more because there's a lot of bands, but there's a lot of bands that aren't doing it that well. I don't think, not as good as previously, but you guys do.
Ooh,
I will definitely say that without any reservation. Because I do notice that there are a lot of new bands, but these guys, my buddies, will show me stuff, and I'll be like, it's not bad, but like, it's rare you find one that I really like, anyways. But I think you guys really capture that. So, what would your when you were at home making those riffs, what were the bands or what kind of music were you thinking of? Because you injected like science fiction into it and all this other stuff. Like, what did you have it in mind? Like what you wanted to do exactly, or?
Yeah, because when the old band broke up, I told the guitar player in the band at the time that if I was doing anything again, it it was to be a Black Sabbath-ish sounding band, because I was sick and tired of the fucking 50 million riffs a second music. And yeah, and I was pretty influenced by Soundgarden at some point, because Chris Cornell is my the big guy ever, voice wise, I guess. There's never going to be another one like him. Well, not at least for a long time, I guess. I don't know really what kicked it off. Like, it was just riffs that I'm not a very good guitar player, so I guess that's the stuff that I could come up with. With that said, though, I mean, the music that we do now is more collaboration of the whole band. Like, maybe the first record was kind of my stuff. Second record was definitely me and the drummer that came up with all the stuff. Third and fourth record as well. But Dark Majesty was when the guys really came and brought stuff to the table that we could use. And that kind of, you can hear there's a difference between Witches of Mars and Dark Majesty music wise, because everybody stepped up and said, okay, let's see what we got here and try to make it a little bit more interesting for ourselves. So that's what we did. We just made a lot of riffs.
So I guess sorry, there's a delay there. It keeps doing
we do have a delay, but that's
sorry
okay.
about that. Yeah, what can you do? But what was I going to say? So do the guys all have different influences then too? Are they like is one guy more?
Well, that's the beauty
more
of
Danzig and more.
Well, me, I'm kid from the '80s, so I got the '80s kind of metal in my bones.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Metallica, Slayer, and these guys were my huge go-to, and I even had a few years with really the heavy New York hardcore. That was my big thing. Suicidal was a big thing.
Oh,
so
great.
I've been all over the place, and the drummer, he's Metallica all the way through. You got one of the guitar players. He's a really kind of Scandi rock, kind of what he likes, what we call Swede metal, Swede rock. This very typical Swedish rock, Scandi rock. And you got Josh.
What's that, like ABBA?
Helicopters, Backyard Babies and stuff like that. And I guess the bass player, the other Bjorn, he's an old school punk rocker. I mean, we come from all over the place, and everybody brings a certain stuff into the music that, I guess, if you listen closely and all these things, I guess you can hear it pretty much if you want to. So to sum it up, it becomes KAL-EL, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's very unique.
You asked
and like the science fiction part of it too. Where does that come into it? Was that that an agreement, or did you decide that would be the way
that's me pretty much? Because when I started, because I founded this band to be everybody sings about Satan, politics, sex, money, drugs, ladies, and all that kind of stuff, but nobody really makes a joke out of it, to make believe, fantasy, if you like, in the science fiction world. I mean, we're talking about really old school science fiction-ish kind of stuff, and I wanted to do that. Mm-hmm. So I started to write lyrics about space and space invaders. And this heroine of mine, his name is Mika. She's she's a badass bounty hunter, flies around and kick ass in the galaxy. So I've been writing little stories about her, and it turns out to be, I mean, how do I phrase this? The lyrics that I write for the songs in KAL-EL always, most of the times, has a novel behind it. So the song Witches of Mars has a short story to it, and now when they reissued that, the label asked if I wanted to part with it to get printed as in as a what do you call it, leaflet inside the record. And I mean, I'm a bit shy about this because I really, I mean, it's personal stuff that I think that's just been there to help me make lyrics. But now they want to use it for something. I was like, ooh, I don't know about that. Because I don't know if I write good. I don't know if I write interesting. But to me, it was just like, make a story. So where do I start? Where do we go with this? And how does it end? So they got the story for Witches on Mars, and it turned out that they loved it. And as I said, that I can send you a copy later. You can see if it's something that you want to use for your mag.
For Aegeon, yeah. For Aegeon, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I guarantee I will publish it because I'm such a fan of your music. I don't even I don't even care if I don't personally like it. I will publish it. I'll be honest with you. I'll give you my honest assessment, and if you want.
Yeah, sure.
I'm sure it's good because I love science fiction is great.
I got more stuff. I got more stuff that's lying around, and I've been thinking about a long time to put it together to a collection of short stories about. It wouldn't be for every song that we ever wrote, but maybe a few at least. And there it is. Enjoy. But as I said, I'm a bit shy about my writing. I don't know if I write any good or anything. But the guys in the band, they really love it, and they've been pushing me for a while now to just fucking let go. And okay, now you say that you want to print it, so I'll give it a shot.
I will do it. Yes, I will absolutely. Because if you can be as meticulous with it as you are with your music, even if you're inexperienced, I'm sure there's got to be some good quality in it. The time you took in crafting your music and the originality you had there, there's got to be something to it.
The guys say that I think too much. I got a vivid fantasy, and I put that down on paper, and I it turns out to be lyric material. So I'll send you something you can see for yourself. The Witches on. I write in Norwegian, but I translate it to English afterwards. It's easier to think the novel in English, but I write faster when doing it in Norwegian. So, but it's written, it's Norwegian in English, if you know what I'm saying. That sounds pretty strange, but it is.
Okay.
The sentences are built up English-wise. The grammar is English-ish, but written in Norwegian. So it's silly.
So it's like she entered the airlock.
She entered into the airlock.
You were showing me how to pronounce your name. I forgot how to do it again now. I don't think I even said your name. Sorry. He goes by Captain a lot of the time. How do you say it again? Sorry.
Yeah, the guys call me Captain, but my Christian name is Ståle.
Ståle, and you must say it in that fashion, otherwise it's not right.
Oh yeah.
You have to go up or you have to go down in the Ståle. So there you go. Yeah, Ståle is his name, Captain. Yep, Captain of Captain of the band. Well, are you captain? Did you say you are?
Well,
you started it, so
sort of the leader. We have a democracy, obviously, but somebody has to take charge, and I'm doing that.
You had a bit of a lineup change, did you? You had a girl in it before who's not in it now. Is that right?
Well, yeah, that's.
Am I right?
You're correct. She got sick. She got what's it called in English? When her joints start to ache and stuff like that, she couldn't.
Oh dear! Really, oh no!
Yeah, so she had.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
that. We had one guy that was just filling in for her, doing stuff live, and ended up playing on Dark Majesty. It was never intended to be in the band, but he stayed in the band for 3 years, and he said that, well, that's it. I've done Dark Majesty, been on a couple of tours. I'm okay. So then we had to go and get another one. So, but I think now we're pretty in a very good place, music wise, and how we interact with each other. I mean, when we stay on the road for so long that we do, you have to be friends to get by, I guess.
Yeah.
You live so close to each other that you know everyone's deepest and darkest secrets. That's how it works, and you got to be able to trust everybody with that. And
Yeah.
we can do that. And I think that's a bit of the blessing that I guess the rock bands has, is that you trust each other for life. Um, the trust and the brotherhood that comes out of it is pretty unique. Just look at these bands that stayed forever, like Metallica, as we were talking about earlier. Of course, they had their ups and downs, like every marriage has, you know. But they're still friends. They still play to this day, and they if they can make it, everybody can make it, I guess. You agree?
Yeah, potentially. I guess you could say that. Yeah. I mean, some are better than others. Some just don't ever. I don't know. Like some of these new ones, they just sound a bit derivative. They're trying to sound exactly like some other older band or something, or they have every element in place except for like a really kind of, I don't know, either an element of like true metal or a hook or something. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but everyone, it's good to see them all trying. And there's a lot of good ones. There are a lot of good ones. I don't mean to like say speak negatively about the scene generally. I mean, even you, I came across randomly on YouTube. And there's been actually quite a few like that, where just like, whoa, some new thing comes across my path. I'm like, whoa, this is amazing. And that's great.
Well,
but, it's a random
yeah, it
chance
is
event.
great. And well, I guess for our part, I think it's some of the Scandinavian sound. I guess it's where we benefit from, because we were doing Desert Fest now this weekend in London, and you could hear that the band that was playing was Scandinavian before you even knew who it was. I guess maybe there's that. Yeah. There's something with the sound, the way they put the riffs together. Maybe it's a bit melodic than other stuff. I don't know, but I could hear it straight away. That has to be a Scandinavian band, especially Norwegian and Swedish bands. Got a strange sound that nobody else picks up on or don't want to use. I don't know. Even Monolord, that is so dark and continuously in the riffs, got stuff that you can hear is Scandinavian. Not just because I know the guys and I know they are from Sweden, but I can hear in the music that it's Swedish.
So you feel there's a darkness? Do you feel there's a darkness in the Scandinavian soul or something that some?
Well, maybe not that in particular. I think maybe there's some more joy because
you seem happy people. You seem like happy people.
Yeah, because the music is. I mean, this sounds like fucking garbage when I'm about to say, but I think that we are. The music are happier, if you know what I'm saying. I can hear on the ways the riffs are played, how the melodies are happier. I don't know. Sounds like fucking. That sounds so stupid, but that's all I can think about when to try to cover what I'm trying to explain here.
Well, you just said they were dark a minute ago. So dark, happy in their darkness.
Dark happiness. I think.
Okay.
There's got to be something. Well, anyway, I mean, because if you listen to English bands, they are doomed to the core, and I can hear it's in English. And the Scandinavian bands do have a little bit more melody to it.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying here. I mean,
maybe
that's what we benefit from, to be different, because everybody in the whole fucking world play this same kind of stoner rock. Bottom line,
yeah.
And then we tried to be Sleep, then we tried to be this, then we tried to be that, and we're never. No,
you were trying to emulate. We never did. Oh, sorry. Okay.
No. I'm saying that's what these doom bands.
Oh, the other ones do. Sorry. Yeah.
And we never did that, because we just these are the riffs. How do we play them? And it ended up to be like this. And I guess somebody seems to like it, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, no, it's very good. It's that's that approach probably is why you do have that original quality, is that you just totally Yeah, without trying to be like, oh, we must be like this, we must be like that. Without, you can go for, like, to the original source. Say, like, everyone goes to Black Sabbath. It seems like, really.
Well, they're already here. They've done it. We can't copy those guys.
Yeah,
One,
but
it's
even
stupid.
Sabbath.
Two, it's not even possible. I mean, so maybe there's influence there. I wouldn't say that we never heard Black Sabbath before, because that obviously we have that. And a lot of guys ask me if Ozzy is my go-to for vocals, but it's always been Chris Cornell.
Oh,
So,
really? Right.
Yeah.
But that odd mixture, of two things that are slightly unusual, is what also gives you an original quality. Probably when you mix two things that maybe most
Doesn't
people
fit,
don't.
really.
Yeah. Well, then you did it successfully, obviously, though. Because the singing is very odd. The singing is really the oddest quality of KAL-EL, I think, and the one that really ties it together.
In a good way,
You're right. That must be it. No, it is very good. It's very good and original and stuff. But there is a lot of stoner doom bands, and some are better. There's ones that are a lot of very derivative. Like, first of all, Black Sabbath invented metal in the first place, so anybody playing metal is going to be sort of influenced by them. And like I was going to say earlier, you were talking about the English. The English invented metal. They had Black Sabbath, really. They had Black Sabbath, Venom, Judas Priest. Like, it really was them. No, I mean, you can argue with some of the American men. Saxon, yeah, all them. I saw Saxon. I saw Judas Priest, Saxon, and Uriah Heep there a few weeks ago. They came here like that. Well, the original that was pretty good. So Uriah Heep, of all people, still going. Like, that's like old school stuff.
New wave of British heavy metal.
Yeah. The new wave. Yeah. So everybody's influenced by Black Sabbath. So anybody who takes, like, there's a lot of good stoner doom rock bands. I really like Electric Wizard, and a lot of people don't like them for some reason. I like them. And like you guys, and I mean, there's a lot of good ones. I mean, stoner and doom are two different things. And you guys you're almost like a proggy thing as well in some ways, or something. I think with especially with the science fiction part. Sorry, go on.
Well, yeah, because you cannot label yourself. That would be stupid, and it would be unfair to what you do. You just have to do what you do, and maybe let everybody else, judge you for it, whatever way the judgment there will fall. But the reason that we fell into this doom stoner scene is pretty much, I guess, because that's the only place that we would fit in. We never aimed for it. It wasn't a goal. The goal was to play music that we enjoyed, because everybody in the band now has been in previous bands, and that was just our sanctuary to keep on being creative and have a good time. We never really thought about anybody picking up on it. So when that started to happen, and we felt like we had a scene that we belonged to, everything kind of started to fit. So we started to approach the scene more and more, and got more and more friends in other bands, and we're pretty happy to be part of it now. But that never was the goal. We never aimed for that. It just happened, pleasantly so, if I might add. So the scene is very good. It's very supportive to each other. Everybody is supportive. When a new record comes out, everybody, gives it a high five. There's no competition here. There not that I've seen anyway. I'm even if I make my own music and we have a band and all that stuff, I'm still a fan. First and foremost, I'm a fan of music, and I love to go to show and see bands perform the best they can do at that moment, and to see the joy they got from doing this live for people that enjoy what they do. It's a good thing, and to be able to be part of that, and be able to play music ourselves that people enjoy, it's a blessing. It is. And I've never seen any competition between the bands. At least we just when we meet on the road, we hang out, we share stories and share other stuff, and
Can I ask what other bands you play with that you would be happy with?
we played with lots of bands. We played with Truck Fighters. We played with Brand Bjork. We played with yeah, a Wizard from the United States. We played with Iron Rat from Bradford. We played with fucking
very good.
Loads of bands, and those are just the ones that we've shared stage with. But on festivals, you meet even more bands.
Yeah,
and behind the scenes, we're all friends. We talk to each other.
Yeah, that's great.
Which is
there's no rivals or enemies. I won't pry you on that. Maybe I shouldn't ask.
I mean, the world is big enough for everybody to find a little space.
Yeah.
I mean, if we never get any bigger than we are, I'm okay with that. As long as I'm able to have my creativity used, I'm happy with that. Of course, I'm happy that people like what I do, we do, because that makes us get the opportunity to come to do festivals that we love to be part of, and because then we can be fans as well.
Yeah.
It's
one of the most dreamed of jobs in the world. The job you have. I mean, so many people dream of that job, and it's
it don't pay the bills, so I do have to have a day job on the side.
Oh no, say it isn't so. Say it isn't so.
Oh no,
part-time job, part-time or full?
We don't. It's a full job, man. But I got a good.
You're busy.
I got a good boss. He let me go when I have to go.
You just show him the music and say, "Look, you want to hear more of this, genius? You got to let me go."
Yeah, well,
does he appreciate it? Does he appreciate the music?
Does
he appreciate it?
I wouldn't say he's a fan, but he's he respects it. I would say that,
because even before this, I said I'm going to talk to this guy, this band I really like, and it was some girls that usually don't, whatever, right? And they were like, oh yeah, who is it? And I showed him. What did I show them? I think Temple or something. And they're like, this is great. And they got excited and they thought you were just totally, rock star famous. And they all loved it, right off the bat. So, it's got broad appeal. It's not like showing them some black metal thing where, they're probably not really going to like it at first anyways.
Well, there's some girls going at our shows, but it's most middle-aged men with beards and bellies that comes to enjoy our music. It's not much. Well, I'm pretty much in the same shoe as everybody else in that department. But I mean, those are the guys that appreciate it the most. Those are the honest guys. If they don't like it, they don't show up. If they show up, they like it. So it's an honest thing, and they buy the music that we give out. But there's not been too many women on the shows. There's one or two now and again, but it's always the girlfriend of the guy that wants to see the show.
Right.
But it might be there might be girls obviously in the scene, but I mean that's not the focus. The focus is to do a good show and meet guys, people.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah, but let me say this. Let me just say one thing. If you did have tons of girls showing up, it would be a sign that you've sold out and the music was bad.
Well, there is that. So yeah, well, you got Astro Queen from Sweden. They got a girl on the bass, Ellie. She's brilliant. She's so good on that bass, man. So there's women in the scene, absolutely. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. It's like if I go to metal shows with my pals that, there'd be the odd one, but it'd be like a hardcore metal girl and she'd be cool and, it'd be good. Do you have any plans of touring in Ireland, by the way? Would you be heading to Ireland?
We got a couple of people that we are going to talk to now about, UK, maybe EU as well. We got a guy in Norway, Sweden, and Denmark that's throwing us around, but we need one guy for UK and we need one guy for Europe in general. So we did actually a UK tour a couple of years ago, a low budget one, but it was absolutely brilliant. was, you know, close to every town. It was like 2-3 hours in the bus before we came to a new place to play. Not that 5-6 days of fucking sitting there and waiting to get to the next place. So that was pretty good. The turnout was pretty good. People came.
5 or 6 days. 5 or 6 days. You're thinking of like America or something, right? 5 or 6 days waiting between.
Yeah, we toured America in 2018.
How was that?
And that was 16, 17 hours to drive. It was like insane. You wouldn't believe it, man. It's absolutely insane how big that country is. It's
I'm from Canada. It's even bigger, but I know. Yeah, I used to drive. I would drive home from college. I would drive 8-hour drive home from college to spend the weekend at my parents and drive 8 hours back, like on a Friday and a Sunday, and just like, oh yeah, I'm driving. But how was it in America? Had they heard of you in America? Were you known in America, like when you went around?
Oh no. We had some friends over there that wanted us to come over and play, and we said, okay, if we're gonna come over, we can have, you know, at least a few dates. So they put the tour together. We flew over and we played the whole East Coast from top to bottom and halfway back up.
How many shows? Roughly
10.
Right.
10 roughly.
Yeah, cool.
Even played the Viper Room. That was pretty cool.
That is cool. Yeah, that's great. So you did tour America. That's good. That's great. And do you have plans to record? Are you working on another album, or what's going on?
We do.
Ooh. Is it secret? Do you not want to talk about it?
No, it's not a secret per se. Like, it's just we know that people are expecting something now from Witches of Mars till Dark Majesty. We didn't have any expectations from people, but now there is expectations to what we are delivering. So we try to you know, keep it a bit low profile. Everybody knows that we are doing something because they see we disappear into our little den to play with riffs that we have. So we got about 16, 17 songs that are pretty much done.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
that's like 2 albums.
Well, yeah, you might be onto something there.
Oh, stop
so maybe not every song is going to make it to the records, like, but we'll see. Yeah, that's the goal for the summer, to get those tracked, and we'll
get them recorded. Do you have like a home studio? Do you have to go rent out a studio?
Oh, we go out to go to proper studios to do it.
So that's expensive.
Oh yeah, it is,
like majorly. Right.
Well, we do have some kind of expectations to what we are able to deliver, and I wouldn't be able to deliver that in my house with a computer. I need to go to somebody that can help me make the best out of what I have. So we decided pretty early that if we're going to do this, we're going to do it properly, and we're going to go and get a proper studio to do it. So we did that with Astromeda, Witches of Mars, and obviously Dark Majesty, and we're going to go back in now and do it with this upcoming stuff that we are planning on. We don't have producers.
You record you have no producer. Okay, so you're the producer as well.
We do it ourselves because we tried, but they don't get it. They don't get what we want to do, because we do. Oh, really? We want them the sound on the guitars to be like this or that or whatever, and we want bass to be like this and that. And some guys said that you can't do that. Why not? Well, nobody does that.
Why? They think it's old fashioned or something. Is that?
But so what?
I think it's like,
I don't give a fuck. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to do. So
no, I know. Yeah. But is that the? I just want to know. Is that their reasoning? It's like they think it's like, is that why they think it's old fashioned? Or they think it's, why wouldn't they want to give you what you want?
It's just strange that we want so much low frequency, that the riffs are so big, if you know what I'm saying. It's not like it's like G G G G G, and if you put layer upon layer upon layer with guitars and bass and heavy drums and everything, you get this sound that we want. And this guy that tries to explain to us that you can't do that. I said, why not? Nobody does that. Nobody does that. So what? I want to do that. We want to do that. So we're going to do that. If you don't like it, the door's right there. So he went out. We continued. And
is he the guy that comes with the place? When you're renting out the place, when you rent out the place, there has to be an engineer there. Is that what he's doing there?
Yeah.
He's there to supervise the equipment or something. Is that how it's like?
Yeah, we need to have an engineer because we get like fucking idiots when we get in studio because the brains just start to really work. So we need somebody to slow us down when all we want to try this, we want to do that, we're gonna blah 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 blah, and we kind of just run too fast, and he has to slow us down and say, come on, swim easy, slow down, breathe with your stomach, and let's try again. So we need somebody to keep us in line, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. So when you are layering guitars like that, hold on, my computer is doing something weird here. What's that? I think it's okay. Jesus, what's it doing there? Do you have to play like a riff and then like match it again with the? You know what I mean? Like you have to play the same riff over top each other, like immaculately. When you're layering.
We tried different way of doing it. On a couple of records that we did the same riffing, but with two different guitars, maybe different, amplifiers, maybe different settings on the guitars. It's the same riff, but it's one light and one dark. Maybe that's the easiest way to say it. And so it's like,
right. Like more treble and more bass kind of thing.
Well, yeah, that would be the easy answer,
sort of. Yeah, I mess around with a bit of music too, but only like on Audacity. And so I don't know the basics of how it works, but
we tried to fill it out pretty much, meet it up as much as we can. So we get that.
You have a great sound.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it is very good, and it is, as you say, meaty. It's a meaty sound.
Yeah, because I guess it just came to be like that because we wanted it as thick as we could, and when we realized that you can put guitar on top of guitars, and then you could put another guitar on top of that guitar. That's okay. Then we're gonna do that. So we did that, and I guess the new stuff is going to be pretty much the same kind of blueprint for that. We'll see if we've tried to have how do you say that? We tried to have 3 different amplifiers and heads and cabs in the same room with one time doing it, but I don't think that worked.
Okay,
that didn't work out as good as I was hoping it would, because then you have to mix it afterwards to level it out and balance it. So I rather we do it 3 or 4 times, and then we could take away what we don't like or didn't fit, instead of putting everything into one basket.
Yeah,
and then because we don't play, and we don't play on click. So if the guitar player is doing it 3 or 4 times, it would never be exactly the same hit, and that makes it bigger as well. If you know what I'm saying?
Is it really? So little foibles increase the quality of the sound. Those little mistakes, or human slight error.
Yeah, because like I record the voice twice as well each time.
Oh,
so that makes it the way it sounds, I guess, too. Because you if you got a perfect pitch and you sing it twice in the same pitch, I mean, what's the point? You can just double it then, couldn't you, digitally?
Yeah.
But well, I'm not able to do it exactly the same twice, so I guess that's a bit of how the sound really comes out.
That's fascinating. So that's how you do it. That's and that does sound time consuming and incredibly laborious. playing everything over.
It is time consuming. It really is. And but that's what we want to do. That's how we want to do it, to make sure that we get it as good as we are able to do at that point of time. I mean, if you don't want to go in there.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Go on. Yeah. You don't want to go in there and what?
If you don't want to go in there and do it full-heartedly, why do it?
Yeah. So I'm sure you have all your songs completely hashed out beforehand before you even approach the place.
No,
right? Because you don't.
Nope.
Oh, you don't.
Nope. Nope.
Okay. You wing it.
Well,
you sing it. You sing the same part 3 times. You play the same guitar riff 5 times, and you think, "Oh, fuck all that. I'm doing it again. I'm changing everything."
You know, stuff comes when we come to the studio. Stuff all of a sudden just appear in front of us. Oh, I want to try this, and it fits, and then we keep it. We do have a blueprint, and we know where it starts, where it ends, and we know kind of how the middle is. But maybe we do some dubs and stuff that wasn't originally planned. You know, just to make it more interesting.
Yeah.
If that's the way to put it.
No, that always works like that. It always works like that, because like in my own little messings with music, I know that it's not even what you plan to do that usually works out. It's like some last minute thing that you just kind of, that seems to work, that actually pulls it together in the end.
You come up with an idea and you try it out, and that worked, and you keep it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you didn't have that opportunity, the pleasure of going in the studio and be creative would be gone, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But it's the same with writing, actually, and it's probably the same with all the arts. I do a bit of painting as well. Oh, here's a little science fiction painting I did, actually. Here, I'll show you this. I do a bit of painting, right?
Oh,
like
that's
some
cool.
naked. It's like a hoplite fighting a fucking robot or something. It's actually for a book cover for this guy. But like it's the same thing. Like you plan everything out, or writing a story, a science fiction story. You've got your plan in your brain, and it's whatever way it ends. As it goes along, it either doesn't work out. Sometimes it can work out the way you planned and be fine. Generally, though, it won't. And it's the same with music and everything. Like, and then just along the journey, you randomly decide just to do something, and that's the thing that is the original amazing thing about the final product. And it's so weird that you're right. You just have to wing it.
Yeah, it's like if I write something, I usually go and think about this months upon months before I get the whole story laid down in my head. And when I start to write, it doesn't sound as it sounded in my head, if you know what I'm saying. So I had to rewrite maybe the sentences, the plot all of a sudden looks like the hell was I thinking? And you got to rewrite it to be more interesting. In my own head, the voices in my head said it was good, but when it came on paper, it was shit.
Yeah.
So I had to rewrite it. And
you usually have to rewrite.
That's just how I work. I'm never pleased with anything.
Yeah, but I think that's the way to do it. I mean, I think everybody pretty much does. You go back and you revise and add to it. And that's.
But at some point, you got to get.
Sorry, go on.
At some point, you just got to say, well, that's it. If I fuck with this anymore now, it's just going to get destroyed. Yeah. So you have to be able to pull out. That's what we have this engineer in the studio that says, I think that's enough, guys. That's enough. We send it away because we never mix, we never master ourselves. We give it away to fresh ears. Because when you live so close to the music for such a long time, you get deaf, blind, and dumb. You don't even know if you like it anymore. So you have to send it away to somebody else with fresh ears and see what they can get out of it. And we've been lucky so far with the guy that we used to do this, because he never heard anything we do before he gets the full tapes. And a couple of days we get a couple of teasers, if you like, if this would be fitting for the sound. And he usually is spot on each time. It's just small little things that we maybe want included, but
he'll say to you, I think you should change this, add this over here, and you'll consider it and maybe do it. Is that it? You'll re-record it or add something? Is that what you're saying?
Well, we never. No. When he mixed the sound, we get a little tad back.
You won't go re-record anything
or something, and usually he is spot on each time. And I think my phone is running out of power.
Oh, here, I'll let you go. It's been about an hour. Yeah, it's been about an hour, anyways. And my computer is doing something funny as well. The battery light is flashing. I have no idea why.
Yeah, it's strange with this little delay here as well.
Yeah, you're only in Norway. It shouldn't be that bad, but it's happened before. I've actually had a delay talking to somebody in Ireland before, which was really odd. But it shouldn't normally happen. I don't know why. So that sucks. But anyways, apart from that, it was great talk, and I got a lot of great information out of you about the band and about just music in general, actually, and metal music and the metal scene. So I mean, that was great. I mean, thanks very much for coming on and doing that.
Thank you for having me.
What do you? Yo, my pleasure, absolutely. I don't get to do this sort of thing that often, and I do appreciate it. I do want to help and support people like yourself. And you must send me your story. I will publish it in Aegeon.
I'll do that.
And we should talk about getting more stories, getting more science fiction out of you in the future. And I'll put an ad in there for how do you say the band name? It's jumped out of my brain.
KAL-EL.
KAL-EL. Sorry. Yeah, I must remember the Superman's father, right? Isn't that it? KAL-EL. Am I right?
Well, actually, it's Sumerian for Star Child.
Oh Jesus! Really?
well,
that's much cooler. Much cooler.
Yeah, that's where we picked it up from. It wasn't supposed to be Superman, man.
Oh, thank God, because it would be a bit lame.
It is,
but it is a great name.
That's the reference everybody, throw at us.
There's a rapper called KAL-EL too. When I was looking up, looked up some more of your stuff. I think there's a rapper called KAL-EL. I saw him getting interviewed or something like
that. Sometimes his music is slips into our Spotify account for some reason.
Oh shit!
And we need to call them and say, well, look, this guy is not us. He has to have his own stuff. It's all good. I mean,
you should do a song with him. You should tour with him and have a little rap interlude, and he can come on in the middle of your Doomstone.
Not too sure.
I'm just kidding.
Not too sure about that. He can do his own stuff, and we'll do our stuff. If there's any collaboration in the future, I'll let you know.
Yeah. Oh, so tell any of my listeners, anyways, whatever you're about to embark on a tour. I caught you right before you're about to go, and where you're going to be, or if you want to give any information about what you're doing.
Well, we're going to do a 3-day tour now in Norway. Then we're going to go and do some festivals in Sweden, and then we're going to go back, head into the studio, and try to track some stuff, see how far we get with that. Then we're going to go to another country to play on Ripple Fest. We're going to go to the States and play a couple of shows.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to that. Gonna meet up with friends and hang out, maybe get some Texan barbecue.
Excellent. And so that is the KAL-EL, and that is what they're going to be doing. And I encourage anybody who hasn't heard them to look them up. Again, they're all over the YouTube, and I mean, you can find all their music. I think it's all on there. Is it hard to make money off actual music sales these days? The way, because all your stuff is just there on YouTube. Is it hard?
Well,
obviously it is.
People actually buy stuff on Bandcamp, and they buy everything that the label puts out there in physical copies. Is getting hoovered from every shelf. We never burn with anything. We brought some merchandise over to the UK now when we played Desert Fest, and everything got sold out in 20 minutes. Like, wow. So that sells, man. And Bandcamp is a good place because that when we get all the money ourselves, don't have to pay anybody anything. So if anybody wants to listen to what we do, Bandcamp is the place to go.
Okay, I'll put the Bandcamp link in when I put the video up, and I'll go there and I will get your favorite album of mine, and I will download it. And I'm sure the next one you do. And I would like to thank you for producing such excellent original music.
Thank you so much.
I hope you keep at it for a long time, despite having to work full time. That I'm horrified to hear you have to work on top of it. But you're a hardworking guy doing all that.
Well, we have to, you know, if you want this to work, we have to work.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
I'll let you go. Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right.
KAL-EL, everybody listen. True metal.